I am a React user, just a regular React user, and I've been a Vue user before React. And I don't think I ever tried Svelte ever. Probably once on the very early versions of Svelte. But I've heard that Svelte is a little bit different. And probably I don't know Svelte anymore. Because, with SvelteKit and all those things, which are a little bit different, I probably don't know Svelte anymore. And something I really like about Svelte is literally the first link being, I am brand new here. I literally just created the project running npx sv create, and I can see this welcome to SvelteKit, which tells me that, I have a JavaScript page, which is probably this one. Something I also noticed, which you guys let me know, I personally find a little bit different from what stuff I have seen in the past, is these files are ending with .svelte. So you don't see like .ts or .gs, you literally see .svelte. On top of that, you see this file starting with a plus. What does it take to actually create a route? If I would have something like new route, which is a folder, I can potentially just come here and type plus page and just type svelte. And now I can see literally my new page. Not new page. Oh, there we go. So if I type new route, which is my folder name, I literally can't see the page. So it seems that the routing is literally folder based. So you have a folder routes, and then you have like the root URL, which answers to this page. I believe this is literally the layout of the entire page, this little thing right here, which imports my CSS file. And I can have simply a new route as a folder, which has a page inside. I'm curious though, does this page uses this layout? So if I were to type this, do I see it? I do. So it also seems that this given page is kind of inheriting this layout from the parent page, which is very interesting. Package.json with all the scripts we love. So we have literally npm run dev, which is the script we are using to serve this page we are actually visualizing right here. So basically, if I want to start a server, I just have to type npm run dev. I have the build, which I would assume that just exists to runs in production. I have type checking, with TypeScript. If I want to literally just check my types, I can just type npm run check. I have format, which is, the equivalent of Laravel Pint. So I would expect to just type npm run format, and I would have all my application formatted. So potentially, if I would come here and do some, crazy shit like this, I can just type npm run format, and this will basically fix my coding style, which is kind of cool. What else do I have here? I have lint in format, which is a little bit confusing. Probably lint is also doing some risky, stuff regarding formatting, which is interesting. I also have this npm run test. I'm wondering if I have any test actually already, but out of the box. So it comes with vtest, which is very similar to past PHP. So if I go to, however, the test leaves next side the source directory, which is a little bit, different from what I'm used to. It seems that we have basic Svelte, advanced Svelte, basic SvelteKit, advanced SvelteKit. I'm going to start by the basic Svelte. Instead of displaying something like hello world, which is kind of almost what we're doing at the moment, I can do this using a component, and yeah, that component will have, will display hello world something based on a given variable. So I'm going to go into my source directory, and I'm going to create a new folder with the name components. And I'm going to create the component with the name hello stream. So now I am questioning, should my component have this .svelte or .gs or .ts? I'm going to type .svelte. I'm not really sure though. All right, so I've created the hello stream.svelte, and within this thing, I'm going to type script. I'm going to, instead of copy pasting, I'm going to literally type the thing so I can learn a little bit, these things. And I'm noticing that either I'm using TS or regular JavaScript. I need to specify that on the language directive. However, I have this lang which allows me to specify if I want JavaScript or TypeScript. I'm going to select TypeScript. And then I'm going to create, a new variable with the name stream. Now, something I'm curious already is why should this let be let instead of just const? That's a question I have. I'm going to leave it as let for the exercise, but I have literally no idea. And then just below, I'm going to type hello name, with the content of the variable. I'm going to use this as constant for now, if you guys don't mind, because I want to learn, like, why would I not do this? Anyways, constant name equals to stream, hello stream. Now I'm going to use this component on my page. So I assume, this is what I assume, that I can just simply type there you go. So I just type hello stream, and that automatically imports the file that contains hello stream from Svelte. All right, so this is a little bit different from what I'm used to, okay? Because if I were to write this on React, I would literally write this. I would have export, probably, function page, and within this thing, I would have probably, I would probably import my hello stream on top, something like this, and finally I would return my markup, which contains hello stream, which is the underlying component I'm using. However, it seems that with Svelte, you literally have your JavaScript within the script tag, and the markup stays at root level, which is the hello stream. You know what I mean? All right. So does this work, by the way? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let's go. Let's go, chat. We see hello stream. So I'm assuming that I can just come here and do this, and we have, literally real-time compiling, which is interesting. Oh yeah, 2 uppercase. Apologize, my friend. Apologize, JavaScript. Can I do this? There we go. Okay, obviously I can just run regular JavaScript within these tags right here. Can I do stuff just literally like this? Yes, I can. All right, this is pretty cool. So each time I'm using this little thing, I can just literally put any JavaScript I want, which is kind of interesting. All right, so they're saying just like you can use curly braces to control the text, which is this little thing right here, you can use them to control element attributes. Yeah, this is kind of expected. So just like any React, basically. So if I were to have a new component which says, let's say, a logo.svelte, okay, I can have an image tag which contains a source, and the source is equal to a regular JavaScript variable, okay? And I assume that the source comes from the strip tag with the length ts, and the const source will be equal to possibly something dynamic, okay? I'm assuming I can just do this, potentially, I'm not really sure. And then I'm gonna use the image below. It is complaining though. We're missing the alt attribute. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We need to import this image or this logo on the page. So I'm going to put it below the hello stream. All right. Let's go. Let's go, Shad. So you saying that I can just put this? Interesting. Oh, yeah. All right. This is cool. This is cool. Is this on a tutorial? Oh, it is right there. Styling, interesting. Just like HTML, you can add a style tag to your component. Let's add some styles into the P element. Okay, so if I go to the hello stream, I can have styles. Just putting the H1 purple, for example. Interesting, just like that, like H1, bam, that's it? No way. Interesting. What else can I do? All right, not bad, not bad. But I am curious about something. If I style the H1 right here, this all H1s on the website will be like, taking these styles. I'm curious about that. I'm gonna just type here, I'm gonna just type H1. This is the logo. I'm so curious about this. I think I know the answer, but I'm gonna kind of making excited for the stream, All right, so this is the logo component. Interesting. All right, this is cool stuff. So they're like scoped style components almost. So if you style the H1 thing right here, that thing doesn't apply to this H1. And I also noticed that we don't need a root element. Like we don't need, on React, sometimes you just do this stuff because you have to. You don't have to do this on Svelte. You can just literally leave them at root level. Dude, I'm gonna just tell you up front, Svelte is surprising me. I don't know about you, chat, but for me, Svelte is surprising me. All right, so let's see cool stuff about Svelte. Let's talk about state, okay? So I'm gonna create here a counter because and then, you know, I have literally already GitHub Copilot suggesting me that I should do it this way. However, it seems that we now have this little different syntax for state, which, you know, I'm going to use it. So I should just type let count state equals to the default state. So this is like very similar to React, where you would type something like const count, you know, equal to count and set count, and you would have, you know, the use state with the default state. Undeniably, if you compare one next to each other, they are a little bit different, which tells me that you don't need a setter. You basically just override the variable right there. If you override the variable, you are literally automatically or automagically, let's say, changing the value of count. I'm going to just do this. And now I can have this handle click, which I'm going to call increment to kind of, you know, follow the tutorial that we have on Svelte. I'm going to make a button for this. Yes. So button on click increment and click it the amount of times I want to. Yes, yes, sir. And I'm going to close the button. This should be enough. It is complaining though a little bit. So using onClick to listen to click event is deprecated. Use it onClick instead. All right. All right, I'm gonna do it. No worries. OnClick. There you go. Okay, so if I include this on my, you know, on my counter deal, just like that, does this work? Yes, it does. Let's go, chat. Come on, just a round of applause to Svelte. You know, very basic stuff so far, but I mean, this is cool. I feel like, you know.